That was until I noticed the periwinkle bracelet on her hand. I was left in tears with only the mirror in front of me.
Thank you so much. That was Christine Sadasi. Her composition was actually titled The Best Day Ever or Not. Well done, and I don't know about you, but I think we have an author in the making. So we have possibly, not a couple of years, we may see a writer. We will take a break from our readings as we now welcome a cultural piece. This is a school band's performance, and there's something special about this performance actually. And I can tell you that this item features students' band and a choir. It is a product of our Minister of Education's 5-priority program, technical and vocational education and training as TVET, sports, music, foreign language, and volunteerism. And we have several high schools represented here today. I would like to recognize who we have. So in the band from Region 3, Westminster Secondary, they will be playing the violin. From Hope Secondary out of Region 4 on the drums. PC, Region 4, the steel pan. Out of St. Joseph's High, playing the guitar. Byjaval Secondary out of Region 5, the tabla. Golden Grove, instrumental. And of course, we have the choir. Out of Georgetown, St. Winifred Secondary, St. Joseph's High, Queen's College, and out of Region 4, President's College. So what you'll witness today is a shining example of this particular program's impact. A dynamic collaboration among St. Winifred Secondary and all the schools mentioned, of course supported by the remarkable efforts of the Unit of Allied Arts. Now it is our honor to present to you the children's choir performing To Serve My Country. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for that combined effort. The 5 priority areas, I know Minister must be very, very proud at this time. Thank you so much once again. As we continue with the program, we were reading the narratives, the best narratives, and at this time we will now listen to the best letter. The best letter, the student who wrote the best letter is also from New Guyana School, Abel Siraya. And Abel's letter, he wrote his letter on the following. Your friend is finally coming to visit you from overseas. Write a letter telling him or her of 3 plans that you've made to ensure that he or she has a great vacation. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome Abel.
Good afternoon all. I'm Abel Fernandez and I'll be reading the best letter for NGSA 2025. Farm, East Bank, Demerara, April 16th, 2025. Dear Michael, I write in response to your letter from a few days ago. I am glad that you're coming to Guyana for a vacation. I have prepared 3 special activities for your coming. Hopefully, you will enjoy them. Firstly, a trip to the hinterland region. I've never gone there either, so it would be a whole new adventure for both of us. My first idea is to go to Kaicher Falls. This place is regarded as a wonder in the world. We must also enjoy the Iwokrama Forest Reserve. Tourists from across the world have told me that these 2 places are wonderful. Trust me, Michael, this adventure will not disappoint you. The second activity is rodeo. I know you love this sport, but in Guyana, it is on another level. The atmosphere's intensity cannot be matched. The emotion is vivid. Vaqueros with their lassos, horse racing, bull riding, etc. are all activities done in rodeo. Rivalries between participants are amazing. The one time I traveled to the Rupununi savannas for rodeo, I was very pleased. You will surely be shocked if you go there. Lastly, I have planned trips to various exhibitions of Guyanese culture. Guyana has 6 ethnic groups which have contributed many things. Chinese exhibitions are once-in-a-lifetime adventure. They are quite unique. Their food, dances, and way of dress is spectacular. I will tell you more. The other peoples are just as amazing. You will love it. I'm sure you will love the activities when you experience them. I miss you, Michael. I hope when you come to Guyana, you will have a lot of fun. With love, Abel.
Thank you so much, Abel. And I do believe that those two pupils deserve another round of applause. And so as he was reading that letter, Dr. Manning was whispering to me that we will take a trip to rodeo. So that's on the schedule for this year. Well, for next year. Next on the program, and I think this is the meat of the matter, and that's what we've been waiting for. We will hear from an individual who will be bringing us her remarks and special presentation. She's an activist for the rights and opportunities of young women and girls. For a long time, she's been working in this field. She's also a Queen's College alumni, such a transformational leader, very charismatic. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister of Education, Spriya Manikchand.
Thank you very much, Marty. Thank you, everyone. Please have your seats. Dr. Manning and the CXC team, who, as you've heard, have become Guyanese simply because they're here so much. As you know, these exams are set and managed and marked by the Caribbean Examinations Council, although they're our local national grade 6 assessments. And to my people who are here, some here and some not, because they're actually out somewhere else working, some in regions. To our parents, to our teachers, and to our children, and to everyone watching, good morning and welcome. Today is a day we see how investment and hard work delivers the nation's best results. And that's what we got from Dr. Manning. Investment, conscious investment, back-breaking and consistent work where we were forced to put on blinkers and block out the noise, and daily strides that we didn't get celebrated for on the front pages or any page of any newspaper, has shown us today that once we invest in our children in this country, they will do well. And today we celebrate Guyana's best results across every single subject ever in the history of this country. And it didn't happen by magic. I joked yesterday that I would write a book that said, and it would be titled, In Spite of. In spite of COVID. So when we came into office in 2020, schools were closed for 5 months, and they remained closed for 2 years in the primary level. And we're still burning from those years that we lost. We're still feeling it. So these results are extra special when you consider that in the world. The UN, UNICEF, the World Bank, all the IFIs had predicted that we would see tremendous learning loss reflected in results and early school leaving, what we know in Guyana to be dropouts. And Guyana has defied both of those predictions. Again, not by magic, but by constant, conscious investment led by a president who understands the value of education all across this land for every single child. And these are some of the things we did. I know you're anxious for the results, but we have to tell you how we got here. These are some of the things we did. And I have to say that it sounds, in retrospect, we were right. But none of us knew at the time what we should do, whether it was right or it wasn't right. The world didn't know. What we knew for sure is we couldn't throw up our arms, we couldn't fold our arms and do nothing, or we couldn't do what we had been doing before. We knew that for sure, and so we took action. We consolidated the curriculum and brought it down to a level that would accommodate the loss that the children had suffered for the 2 years they were out. These children who wrote NGSA today were in grade 1 when we closed schools, and they missed school for 2 years, grades 1 to 3. Serious stuff. We prepared concise notes, which made all the notes you needed for science and social studies, hence the results today, concise into one document so that any student, any parent, any teacher could pick that up and run with it. We had some internal resistance about whether that was needed and if we should pay for it. Those are some of the challenges you have to deal with. We fed every single child breakfast from grades 3 to 6, but everybody could come to school and get breakfast every single day, so that we saw from that better attendance and a bigger interest in coming to school. We created a Quiz Me on the website where we loaded up a whole set of questions relevant to NGSA, where they were marked and returned right away if a student wanted to take the test. We established the Learning Channel and expanded it across the hinterland regions so that now we have 97% coverage, and established the radio channel, 2 mediums dedicated to teaching and learning, where we have put lessons relevant to NGSA on both of those. And then we do creative, fun things like Whiz Kids, where we have a game show that tests NGSA type work. We increased significantly the monitoring school by school, teacher by teacher, to make sure not only that we go in with a big stick to say you didn't do this or you didn't do that, but to hold the hand of our teachers to say, you're not teaching this right, or too many of your children don't understand it. So this is what we can do, and this is how it should be done. And we did that classroom by classroom, hence the results. We did specific online work with hinterland teachers, particularly, who would be the least in a number of trained teachers and the least with post-training from NSERD and otherwise. We created the National Grade 5 Assessment so that at grade 5 we could diagnose what children knew and didn't know, so that we had a whole year to fix it. Again, internal trouble to get that compensated. We have trained or are training currently 9,000 teachers out of our 14,000 teachers. We've seen untrained teachers do amazing work, but the more you're more likely to get excellent results that we're seeing from teachers who go and learn how to teach than from teachers who are untrained. We have created the National Learning Outcomes, which tell our teachers specifically what we want you to teach in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, so at no school we should have teachers not finishing the syllabus. And we had massive but quiet parent meetings across this country where we sat with parents school by school to say what was required of each and every parent, and that's just some of what we did. That is the investment that has shown the impact we're seeing here today. So what's some of that impact, my friends? What is it that Dr. Manning showed you in those bars and those graphs? When I came into office in 2020, at that time we were placing in the in the national schools, which would be the Queen's College, Bishops, Saints, Roses, Josephs. Those are our national schools. So named because wherever you live in the country, once you get marks, you will go to those schools. We were placing 586 children in those schools in 2020. Because we have consciously expanded those schools, QC, Bishop, Saints, Roses, Joseph's, we're now able to place 901 children in those schools in 2025. The overall, when I came into office in 2020, we placed, in 2020 we placed, I wasn't yet in office, 1,278 children in primary tops. If you're from the hinterland, you know what a primary top is, or if you're from the East Bank, you know what a primary top is. If you're from Region 3. A primary top is a primary school where you write your NGSA and there's no secondary school to go to. So you go back to the primary school and you do some secondary work with untrained teachers for secondary. So the primary teachers kind of giving you some work to do. Not optimal education. We have built or are building 39 secondary schools across this country, from regions 1 to Georgetown, so that we moved from placing 1,278 children in a primary top. And remember, that was only first form. You would have had another 1,200 in second form, another 1,200 in third form. To today, placing 267 children in the primary top, and by 2026 that will be zero, because the schools we are currently constructing will finish. That's how important building schools would be to our children. When I came in 2020, 49% of our children had achieved 50% or more. Today, it's 63.7% of our children who achieve 50% or more, crossing that 120 mark. That's taking more than 3,000 children, actual human beings, and putting them in a place where they could score more than 50%, because we gave them the textbooks and the breakfast and the teachers and the classrooms to sit in and the monitoring. Earlier, of the 901 students that are being placed in the national tops, of the 901 pupils that are being placed in the national tops, 492 of them are from public schools and 409 from private schools. We're coming after the private schools. And the private schools are teaching our children too, but we're coming after you. You know why we could come after you? You know why? I asked earlier this morning, and I'm going to ask again. Teachers from over here, if you are from a public school, put up your hand. Look at the number of teachers from a public school. This never used to be seen before. But you know why we could do that now? Because before, the private schools would get books like Guyana, Our Country, Our Home, and graded math, process of learning, English language, and if you could afford to jump on a plane and go to Trinidad, you'd be able to buy it so rich people could get it. Or if you could afford, if you had a credit card and you could go online, you could buy it. That removed 95% of our population from access to these books. In 2021, we gave every single grade 6 child, whether they were on a mountaintop or in a valley, on the coast or on a riverbank, all the textbooks they needed, and we are seeing the results today. That, my friends, is equality. That is equity. That's the education nation that you build out. It's not a gaffe, it's not a chat. It's hard, conscious, consistent work that has to face down the noise internally and externally, face down the criticisms, face down the doubts, so that we could get to a place where our children are benefiting from that kind of investment. So today, you see that from 2020, or let's look at 2015 to 2025. In 2015, our mathematics was 37.9% of our children were able to get 50% or more. Today, it's 55.51, and that's the highest this country has ever seen. It is the first time Guyana has ever crossed 50%, and I am extremely proud of all the efforts that went into that. Look at English. In 2015, it was 45% of our children passing with 50% or more. In 2025, it's 69.25%. Social studies, 46% of our children passing in 2015 with 50% or more. Now it is 64% of our children passing with 50% or more. And look at science. Science is a hard man in any language, in any country. 44% of our children were passing. Now it's 63% of our children passing for every single subject. Guyana has done the best that it has ever done, and by far. We're not talking about a 2% here and a 1% there. We have moved the overall pass rate from 49% to 63% of our children in this country passing all the subjects. You know what that means? That means our children are doing better. You know what that means, Dr. Manning? That means look out for us as you usually have to 5 years from now, and 6 years from now, and 7 years from now, because we're going to keep taking those prizes at CXC. And so, my friends, this is how investment creates impact in each and every home for each and every child. We're not unaware that there are children that still need us. We're not unaware that as we place children into secondary, we have work to do. And that is why shortly you will see us launch a nationwide, level-wide literacy program that will see us making sure every single child who's currently in the system leaves literate, and that every single child within the next 4 years can read by grade 4. That is the aim. That's the vision. And you have seen us take an aim and a vision and turn it into reality. You can trust us for that. We're also beginning, we have also begun with this Caribbean Examinations Council, CCSLC. That is where children have different pathways, where you can go in and do the usual science, business, arts, TVET streams, or you can choose to become competent in particular areas, even as you do the traditional streams. And we have already begun that program in several of our 70 of our schools, and we are going to spread that to all of our secondary schools to the point where all children by grade 9 will be CCSLC competent. And we are going to launch that shortly also. So this year, what we have seen is with the investment by our government, with hard work and conscious efforts by most in the ministry, with our teachers partnering with us, with parents understanding what is at stake, and with children being receptive to, as they usually are, to investments made on their behalf. We've seen Guyana do the best she has ever done, and there is more to come. We're not stopping here. There's more to come. So getting to the place that you've been waiting for. The NGSA results will be available online immediately after the completion of this program by 1 o'clock. We have advertised the website you can find that on. The highest possible standardized score for mathematics was 123.692. For English was 121.383. For social studies was 122.095. And for science, 120.705. The highest possible total score obtainable was 487.88. I will not begin to try to explain it, but the better children do, the lower the standardized score will be. Leon Beaton has done an amazing video that explains it so that I can understand it, and I don't like math, so you'll be able to too, and I invite you to go to our pages to see that video. I will now go to where we are for children from, the top children from various regions. So for region number 1, Barima Waini, David Tyler Stoll from Kamwata Primary got the Bishop's High School with 481.4 marks. Cassandra Aisha Jeffrey, Port Kaituma Primary, 479.48 marks, got the St. Rose's High School. Radhika Malia Gamel from Hosororo Primary got 476.77 marks in Joseph's High School. Marie Rose Torres from Karaburi Primary, 475.15, Santa Rosa Secondary. Melician Miracle Joaquin from Hosororo Primary got Northwest Secondary with 472.54. Katalia Sewak from Wauna Primary, 472.14, Hosororo Secondary. Kiev Ribeiro Hobadiah Primary, Northwest Secondary, 472.07. Kim Kelly James, Karaburi Primary, got 471.57 from the Santa Rosa Secondary. Katia Kathleen James from Santa Rosa Primary got 471, is going to Santa Rosa Secondary. Ronald Rion Norton from Santa Rosa Primary, 471.23 at Santa Rosa Secondary. That rounds us off for Region 1. Region 2, Pomeroon Supanam, Kalisa Hemprasad from Hoostadaran Primary at 487 with Queen's College. Roshani Sicharan, CV Noons Primary, 486.09, Queen's College. Ziad Mohammed, CV Noons Primary, 486.09, there was a tie there, Queen's College. Jada Gemma Ria Laurie from Better Hope Primary, 485.12, Queen's College. Aaron Devendra Prasad, CV Noons Primary, 485.12, Queen's College. Priyasha Amisha Subha, CV Noons Primary, 484.31, Queen's College. Aryan Nishant Chetlal, CV Noons Primary, 484.71, Queen's College. Tyler Nash Samru, CV Noons Primary, 484.06, Queen's College. Adila Khan, Aurora Primary, 483.3, Queen's College. Shivani Shriya Singh, Tamot Manor Primary, 483.3, Queen's College. I see the CV Noons teachers' hands are tired. They were cheering all along. Region 3. That's it. Region 3. Tanasha Destiny Hope Myers, Academy of Excellence, 487.88, Queens College. Region Emma Elizabeth Kellerwan, Academy of Excellence, 486.13, Queens College. Nala Angelina Melville, Genesis Early Childhood, 486.05, Queens College. Viraj Manu, Academy of Excellence, 486, Queens College. Abi Manu Gobin, Lenora Primary, 485.18, Queens College. Chandani Radha Balkaran, Academy of Excellence, 485.12, Queens College. Charisma Jolianne Pigot, Academy of Excellence, 485.09, Queens College. Joshua Lachminarayan, Academy of Excellence, 485.08, Queens College. Himraj Narayan, Tushan Primary, 484.29, Queens College. Keola Aliyah Onika Headley, Academy of Excellence, 484.27, Queens College. Y'all control that Academy of Excellence, teacher. Region 4. Sandhya Swami, Peters Hall Primary, 486.96, Queens College. Katie Serena Budan, Success Elementary, 486.09, Queens College. Axel Vera, Covent Garden Primary, 486.09, Queens College. Nathan Matthew Lucknott, Success Elementary, 486.06, Queens College. Malkia Arthur Cromwell, Apex Academy, 486.05, Queens College. Ryan Prince, Lusignan Primary, 486.05, Queens College. Ravindra Prasad, Sir James Douglas Primary, 486.03, Queens College. Zanaya Anvil Asia Marks, Success Elementary, 485.18, Queens College. Alex Mohammed, Peters Hall Primary, 485.18, Queens College. Nandesh Lakhan, Clonbrook Primary, 485.12, Queens College. The bad behaved people you're hearing are actually the education officers from Region 4. Region number 5, Safira Sharif from the New Sapodilla School of Excellence, 486.09, Queens College. Fantasia Natasha Alfred, Hopetown Primary, 486.03, Queens College. Darren Mahabir, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, 485.03, Queens College. Shamiria Aradia Subhan, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, 485.03, Queens College. Natasi Elena Solomon, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, 484.29, Queens College. Lamario Javier Sampson, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, 484.21, Queens College. Katrina Sampuran, Lachman Singh Primary, 483.33, Queens College. Valencia Lashunda Kimia Nurse, Maikoni Primary, 483.15, Queens College. Darian Aidan James, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, 483.15, Queens College. Carl Anthony Hooper, Rosignol Primary, 482.44, Queens College. Region number 6. Adore Blossom Felicity Barnwell, Skeldon Primary, 486.06, Queens College. David Harry Prashad, Cropper Primary, 485.18, Queen's College. Vivek Winjajalam, Cumberland Primary, 485.09, Queen's College. Prudence Caitlin Bikai, St. Teresa's Primary, 484.21, Queen's College. Joel Manu, Cumberland Primary, 484.17, Queen's College. Julian Nicholas Mohabir, St. Aloysius Primary, 484.17, Queen's College. Anya Ramsuk, Rose Hall Estate Primary, 484.12, Queen's College. Novita Lakraj, Newmarket Primary, 483.39, Queen's College. Jasmine Rajnarain Prasad, Skeldon Primary, 482.37, the Bishop's High School. Luann Amandia Grace Medford, Port Moran Primary, 482.33, the Bishop's High School. Again, those are education officers who own these regions. Region 7, Micaiah Liam Hart, Pataro Primary, 481.3, the Bishop's High School. Bhavani Sucharan, St. John the Baptist Primary, 479.74, St. Stanislaus College. Tamira Cornelius, St. John the Baptist Primary, 476.08, St. Joseph's High. Azariel Dimitri McNaughton, Peruma Primary, 457.83, DC Caesar Fox Secondary. Nikhil King, Kaikan Primary, 474.26, right there on the border, DC Caesars Fox Secondary. Jeremiah Stephen, St. John the Baptist Primary, 474.13, 3 Mile Secondary. Rafia Ali, St. John the Baptist Primary, 473.23, 3 Mile Secondary. Kristen Chandler, St. John the Baptist Primary, 472.32, 3 Miles Secondary. Dante Eon Lewis, St. Anthony's Primary, 471.44, 3 Miles Secondary. Zoe Jane Bob, Pataro Primary, 470.47, 3 Miles Secondary. Region number 8, Priscilla Priya Henry, Mycobi Primary, going to the Mycobi Secondary, which is to be completed, with 471.52. Ronaldo Ramsey, Madhya Primary, 467.61, Madhya Secondary. Alini Jalicia Myra Robin, from Paramakatoy Primary, 465.83, Paramakatoy Secondary. Cristiano Jordan D'Angelo Marcos, Mycobi Primary to Mycobi Secondary at 464.78. Valencia Tiffany Singh, Mycobi Primary, 464.46 to Mycobi Secondary. Hiltana Javiana Braffett, School of Excellence, 459.28, Madhya Secondary. Daniel Emmanuel Keaton John, Paramakatoy Primary, 459.25, Paramakatoy Secondary. Venetia Rajaram, Paramakatoy Primary, 458.37, Paramakatoy Secondary. Shamika Williams, Paramakatoy Primary, 457.45, Paramakatoy Secondary. Nikisha Stanislaus, Monkey Mountain Primary, 456.82, Monkey Mountain Secondary. Region number 9. Gustavo John Michael Abram, Anai Primary, 481.45, the Bishop's High School. Omar Josh Joseph, Ishalton Primary, 481.38, the Bishop's High School. William Joseph Eugene Isaac, Toka Primary, 480.3, St. Stanislaus College. Kayla Rose, St. Ignatius Primary, 479.63, St. Stanislaus College. Kelsey Alika Jackson, Tiger Pond Primary, 479.47, St. Rose's High. Shiza Dewar, Toka Primary, 478.57, St. Rose's High. Shauna Sylvia Demetrio, Parishara Primary, 477.75, St. Rose's High. May Mavis Brown, Ishalton Primary, 475.95, Ishalton Secondary. Jariel Alexandre Moses, Wawetta Primary, 475.94, Anai Secondary. Emerson Landry, Arapaima Primary, 475.75, Tapachinga Secondary. Region number 10. Fernanda Sofia Gomez, Regma Primary, 484.31, Queens College. Renata Tierra Daniela Ramdi Hall, Regma Primary, 483.26, Queens College. Omari Alistair Wilson, Watuka Day Primary, 482.43, the Bishop's High. Nikita Ayolana Wills, Regma Primary, 482.33, the Bishop's High. Amelia Daniela Wills, Royal Halls of Learning, 482.29, the Bishop's High. Tamina Delisha Richmond, Amelia's Ward Primary, 482.27, the Bishop's High. Mary Serenity McLennan, Watuka Day Primary, 481.56, the Bishop's High. Shivya Destiny Sandra Scott, 1 Mile Primary, 481.52, the Bishop's High. Kenya Princess Mentis, Watuka Day Primary, the Bishop's High. Rakizra Zendia Alkia Harvey, Watuka Day Primary, 481.36, the Bishop's High. Georgetown. Christian Kaden David Ramsey, Mays on the 12th Primary, 486.96, Queens College. Michaela Sammy, Stella Maris Primary, 486.96, Queens College. Leah Gill, New Guyana School, 486.91, Queens College. Asiya Hadia Khan, Isa Islamic Academy, 486.13, Queens College. Kalia Grace Passad, Mays on the 12th Primary, 486.09, Queens College. Sarah De Freitas, Stella Maris Primary, 486.09, Queens College. Neal Jonathan Williams, North Georgetown Primary, 486.09, Queens College. Chloe Faith Daniel, New Guyana School, 486.09, Queens College. Sarah Karisha Singh, Mays under 12th Primary, 486.06, Queens College. Fola Aquila Cardigan, Green Acres Primary, 486.06, Queen's College. Before I go on to this, I want to specially recognize the Guyana Learning Channel headed by Ms. Anisha Mohammed, who came in early this morning to get these up and running so that you could see pictures and faces to the names. I want to recognize the NDMA, who has run a very tight process with a very limited amount of time to be able to give you these results as we promised on or before the 26th of June, and we're at the 25th of June. Details of candidates securing top places. And I want to say this before I begin. The candidate who secured the #1 spot in the country today got 100%, did not drop a single mark. And that has happened, as far as our records show, only once before in the country with Nyla Rahaman. The top position was secured by Tanasha Myers of Academy of Excellence with 487.88 marks. And as I said, Tanasha didn't drop a single mark. She actually got 100% and set the bar very, very high for everyone else to follow. The second position was gained by Kalisa Himprasad of Hoostadaran Primary with 487 marks. Christian Ramsey of Mays on the 12th, Michaela Sami of Stella Maris, and Sandhya Swami of Peters Hall secured the third position with 486.96 marks each. The sixth position was secured by Leah Gill of New Guyana School with 486.91 marks. Asiya Khan of Isa Islamic Academy and Emma Kellawan of Academy of Excellence both gained 486.13 marks, securing the 7th position in the country. 9 candidates shared the 9th position with 486.09 marks each. They are Kalia Prasad of Mays on the 12th, Roshni Sicharan of CV Noons Primary, Ziad Mohammed of CV Noons Primary, Sarah De Freitas of Stella Maris Primary, Neil Williams of North Georgetown Primary, Chloe Daniel of the New Guyana School, Kate Budan of Success Elementary, Safira Sharif of New Sapodilla School of Excellence, and Axel Vera of Covent Garden Primary, who incidentally, I learned yesterday is only 10 years old. She should be in grade 5. All of these students, pupils, have been awarded a place at Queen's College. Our top 10 students resulted in 17 actual children because of the ties. Of those 17 children, 9 are from private schools and 8 are from public schools. And today I offer my warmest congratulations to every single child who turned up and sat this assessment. This is a placement exam. It simply means that when we finish placing children in a school, we have to go to the next school. The children who got List A schools, like Anna Regina, Christchurch, and Brigham, Central, New Amsterdam, Multi, North Georgetown, North Rumveld, are children who got overall somewhere around 93 and 94%. We are all, as you see, 64% of our children got 50% or more. These are all bright children. Today we recommit to you from the Ministry of Education, from the Government of Guyana, under an Irfan Ali presidency, that we will work with every single child, regardless of which school they got, that resources will be equal across the sector, and that everybody is going to have the same opportunity, and you're going to see that at the CXC, CSEC, and CAPE results in years to come. That is our commitment to you. I congratulate parents, teachers, and children across the sector, as well as education officers who pushed to make this happen. I want to especially recognize the Deputy Chief Education Officer for Examinations, Mr. Amir Ali, who led a team of persons who dealt with CXC in reaching where we are. I want to especially recognize Ms. Sadia Kadir, who, as you heard, is CXC's local registrar and our Assistant Chief Education Officer for Examinations, who also had a major role to play in getting us to this point. And I want to especially recognize our Assistant Chief Education Officer for Primary, Mr. Rabindra Singh, who pushed and pushed, and he's a bit of a grump, so it's hard to deal with him, to make sure children were being taught, to make sure resources were reaching, and who sacrificed much of his comfort to get out into schools to do that, and led a team of persons who brought in, who helped us to bring in these results. I want to finally thank President Ali, who made it very easy in the provision of resources, in the reception and grant of policies when presented to him. I want to specifically thank him and recognize him for the progress that we have seen today. Guyana has exceeded our expectations with the best results ever. God bless you all, and God bless this beautiful country of ours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Education, Paramanik Chan. And indeed, today is a special day. I want you to repeat after me. Today is a special day. Especially for our young children over there. Very, very special indeed. I know some persons are already hoarse, and the day is just beginning. So we've come to the point in our program where we will be presenting tokens of appreciation to a number of special persons. So I will invite the team from the assessment agency. They know their roles. And so we will be inviting a number of persons also to help in the presentation of these awards, of these tokens. For the dance. Oh, yes. So whilst they get ready, whilst the team get ready, I would like to invite our dancers from the Chosen Academy of Dance. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about that, but then action came out before. So I would like to invite the Chosen Academy of Dance dancers to get ready for their piece as the assessment unit get themselves organized for the presentation of tokens just after. So I think we are ready for the dance. So ladies and gentlemen, please put our hands together for the Chosen Academy of Dance.
Mire mazak wurut nobong, murawia kok manor tijik nte.
That was beautifully done by the Chosen Academy of Dance. Thank you very much. And now we head into our presentation ceremony. So I would like to invite our agency staff to get ourselves organized for the presentation. Before we go to the top 10, I would like to invite, based on my list that I have, Mr. Amir Ali. He will be presenting a token of appreciation to the student who said the prayer for us today, Alicia Shayla. So Mr. Amir Ali, and I would like to invite Alicia to receive a token of appreciation on behalf of the Ministry of Education. Okay, so we can do it. Thank you very much, Mr. Amir Ali. I would like to invite Ms. Susan Eiffel of CXC to present the token of appreciation to, in fact, the award for the best short story and the best letter. So the best letter, Abel Finance. Congratulations, Abel. Congratulations, Abel. The best story, Kristen Sanasi, if there's a parent, a representative, or a teacher from New Guyana School. Cheers here. Okay, someone is coming from the New Guyana School. Congratulations to Kristen Sanasi, Best Narrative. Thank you so much, Suzanne. As we move on to the regional top, we will begin with regions number 1 as we head down to Georgetown. So, Region 1, Dravid Stull out of Kamwata Primary awarded the Bishop's High. We will invite the Honorable Minister of Education to do the presentations to the regional top students. Yeah, you'll do all. Yeah, you will do all. Minister will do. Dravid Stull, Kamwata Primary awarded the Bishop's High. Out of Region 2, Kalissa Hempasad of the Pusidarian Primary awarded Queen's College. Out of Region 3, Tanasha Myers, Academy of Excellence, awarded Queen's College. Out of Region 4, Sandeya Swami, Peters Hall Primary, awarded Queen's College. Region 5, you're next. Safira Sheriff, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, awarded Queen's College. Region 6, you're next. Safira Sheriff, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, awarded Queen's College. Region 6, Adora Barnwell, Skeldon Primary, awarded Queen's College. Region 7, Micaiah Hart, Potaro Primary, awarded the Bishop's High. Region 8, Priscilla Henry, Mycobi Primary, awarded Mycobi Secondary. Region number 9, Gustavo Abraham, Anai Primary, awarded the Bishop's High. Region number 10, Fernanda Gomes, Regma Primary, Queen's College. And Georgetown, Christian Ramsey, Mays under 12, awarded Queen's College. Thank you so much, and now we move on to the national top. So we will ask Minister to remain as we now present to our national top. And as when the presentation was being done, Minister did indicate that we have a number of ties in the top position. So we will not have a top 10, but we will actually have 17 in the top. So I will begin from the bottom to move to number 1. In the 9th position, Alexa Vera, Covent Garden Primary, Region 4. Axela Vera. In the 9th position, Safira Sheriff, New Sapodilla School of Excellence, Region number 5. In the 9th position, Katie Bodan, Success Elementary, Region number 4. She will come. Okay. Safira. Safira Sheriff, New Sapodilla School of Excellence out of Region 5. Also in the 9th position, Chloe Daniel out of New Guyana School, Georgetown. Ninth position, Niall Williams, North Georgetown Primary, Georgetown. Ninth position, Sarah De Freitas, Stella Maris Primary, Georgetown. Ninth position, Zayad Mohammed, CV Noons Primary, Region number 2. In ninth position, Roshani Sicharan, CV Noons Primary, Region number 2. In ninth position, Kalia Prasad, Mace under 12 Primary, Georgetown. Seventh, we move down to 7, Emma Calawan, Academy of Excellence, Region number 3. 7th, Asiya Khan, Isa Islamic Academy, Georgetown. Sixth, Leah Gill, New Guyana School, Georgetown. Moving into third, Sandeya Swami, Peters Hall Primary, Region number 4. Also number 3, Michaela Sami, Stella Maris Primary, Georgetown. Number 3 also, Christian Ramsey, Mace under 12 Primary, Georgetown. Mace under 12. She got it. And number 2, Kalissa Hempasad, hosted here in Primary, Region number 2. As we brace for number 1, join me in welcoming our number 1 candidate for 2025, Tanasha Destiny Hope Myers, out of Academy of Excellence, scoring a perfect 100 out of Region number 3. Thank you so much. That was a presentation for the top students. Now we have appreciation for the teachers. And so we will ask the Honorable Minister to also present to the teachers. There was a whole matrix that had to be, the persons who selected the top teachers had to stick by. And so we've come up with who these top teachers are. And so I will call from the bottom and eventually go to the top who would be the number 1 teacher. So let us go. Out of Covent Garden Primary, Miss Francina Hamid. They wouldn't know the order. They wouldn't know the order they're in. That's the problem. Covent Garden Primary, Miss Francina Hamid. And this is followed by New Sapodilla School of Excellence, Constance Cambridge. But Constance is not here, so I'm told there's a representative that will uplift, that will collect their token. Constance, anyone here for Constance?
I'm sure Caroline or Keen would come. They've been even like to teach children.
A representative, kindly. Oh, there. Someone is coming. Okay, Redo is going to uplift on behalf of Constance Cambridge. The next person, kindly get yourself ready because you're coming next out of Success Elementary, Sir William Success. Out of Success Elementary, Sir William Success. Representative is uplifting on his behalf. North Georgetown Primary, you're next. Miss Leanne Skeet. Out of Stella Maris Primary, Miss Serena Adrian. Miss Serena is here? Okay. Stella Maris Primary. CV Noons, you're next. We actually have two teachers from CV Noons. Let's welcome Miss Bibi Rafina Ganesh and Miss Bindawati Ketwaru. Congratulations, CV Noons, Miss Bibi Ganesh, Miss Bindawati Ketwaru. Next, Mace on the 12, Sir Kevin Lewis. Sir Kevin, is he here? Do we have a representative from Mace on the 12th? ISA Islamic Academy, Miss Anne Yearwood. Next, out of New Guyana School, Miss Valima Cromwell. Out of Peters Hall Primary, Miss Karen Austin Henry. Out of Stella Maris Primary, Miss Renee Perry. Mays on the 12th Primary, Miss Penelope Favorite. So we've got 2 to go. Out of Hostadiran Primary, Miss Serena Simangal. And do we have some drum roll? Do we have some confetti? Because coming up next will be the top teacher out of Academy of Excellence, Ms. Narissa Samuels. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you to all the teachers. As we come closer to the end of our formal program today, the National Grade 6 Assessment 2025 results release ceremony is a symbol of collaboration, vision, and national pride. What we witnessed today was a celebration made possible through the collective effort of individuals and teams who gave their time, skills, and unwavering commitment to see this vision come to life. As we bring this ceremony to a close, it is with immense pride that I offer words of appreciation. First and foremost, we say thank you to the children who sat in National Grade 5 Assessment 2025. You have demonstrated tremendous dedication, resilience, and focus. We recognize the long hours of study, the challenges you overcame, and the determination you showed throughout the process. Today is a celebration of your hard work. We are proud of each and every one of you. We also express sincere thanks to the following persons: the Honorable Minister of Education, Ms. Priya Manikchan, for her visionary leadership and the resources provided to ensure our learners were equipped to excel in NGSA 2025. Dr. Nicole Manning, Dr. James Young, Ms. Suzanne McAllister Eiffel, Mr. Devere Whitehall, Mr. Anthony Allen, and the rest of the team at the Caribbean Examinations Council, and locally their seasonal staff, including Akeem, Ms. Harry, and team, for your professional efficiency and passion in completing the entire NGSA process and delivering timely and accurate results. We say thanks. The Central Ministry officers, the markers, quality assurance team, NDMA, who would have made invaluable and indelible contributions to the NGSA process, we also say a big thank you. Mr. Amir Ali, the DCO examination, and his dedicated team at the assessment agency. Your guidance and meticulous planning ensured that this event came alive and reflect the achievements and success of our children. Ms. Sauda Kadir Grant, ACO Exams and Local Registrar, along with her team, for their outstanding supervision of the logistical aspects of the NGSA. Ms. Anisha Mohammed and the team from the Guyana Learning Channel for your behind-the-scenes professionalism in producing a smooth and seamless broadcast, making the ceremony accessible across the country. A big thank you. I want to recognize the Regional Education Departments and Georgetown Department of Education for your vital role in managing both the NGSA process and the academic preparation of our children. The head teachers and teachers across the nation who work tirelessly with their pupils in preparing for the NGSA 2025. Your dedication, long hours, and unwavering commitment to your learners' success have not gone unnoticed. Special thanks to the Ministry of Education's PR team. To our performers and who enriched our program today, Emily Gomes of Queen's College, the talented secondary school orchestra, and the Chosen Academy of Dance. Your performances uplifted us and reminded us of the diverse talents within our education system. I must say thanks to our caterer, our ushers, and all the media houses present here today. Thanks to the management and staff of the Ardechung Convention Center for your hospitality and smooth facilitation of today's event. To the parents and guardians present here today and those joining us live across the country, we say a big thank you. Your unwavering support, encouragement, and sacrifice have been fundamental to your children's success. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony marks not just the end of one stage, but the beginning of many new journeys. May we move forward with pride in our achievements and renewed dedication to the continued advancement of education in Guyana. May we continue to rise together. I say to you all, a big thank you. And that has brought us to the official end of our formal program. I would like to invite at this time Ms. Sheena Henry, Senior Public Relations Officer of the Ministry of Education, for the question and answer session. So please, let's welcome Ms. Sheena.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. Honorable Minister of Education, all officials from the Ministry of Education, officials from the Caribbean Examination Council. It is now time for the question and answer segment of today's proceedings. Members of the media are encouraged to indicate by a show of hand their interest in posing a question, and upon receiving the mic, they can go right ahead. The floor is now open.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good day, everyone. Pishani from Newsroom. Just one quick question for me, same as every year, Minister, and perhaps Dr. Manning, you too. We note the improved performances across all subject areas, but perhaps could you tell us about the improvements or not in relation to schools on the coast and in the hinterland? I note from only what I have so far, regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, Bishops, Mycobi, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So if you could just talk to us about those scores and perhaps how you look at that.
So the first thing, we've seen a direct correlation between trained teachers and children doing well. And that is why we are and embarked on a national program both through the Cyril Potter College of Education as well as the Guyana Online Academy of Learning to make sure teachers, wherever they are in the country, can get trained as well as at the University of Guyana. Sorry, so three institutions, although Goal is not an institution. What we have seen is we have moved from 62% trained teachers across the country, which we were stagnant at for about 15 to 17 years, to 100% of our teachers being trained or in training as we speak. Where you have the lowest number of trained teachers, you will see a direct correlation in results. What we can say is that if you look at Region 9, every child in the top 10, I think if I'm not mistaken, achieved a national school from Region 9, Hinterland region. Now, what are we aiming to do? Right now, our teachers can train wherever they are in any part of Guyana, and you see that deep south in Parabar or Aishalton or Achewib or Bashai Zone, and these are deep, very remote villages. And then when they're finished, they can go to the University of Guyana and get a degree in education. And after that, or even during that, they can then join any one of our 20 universities that we partner with through the Guyana Online Academy of Learning to do education-related courses or specialize in particular things like literacy or accounting and computer work or education specific. So in terms of teacher training, we're moving the needle. And you see as that needle moves, the improvements in results. Secondly, Vishani, the dream is not to have everyone aim to come to Georgetown. That's no longer the dream. That used to be the dream 20 years ago because we had no other choice. The dream now is to allow every single child in their village at the tender age of 11, 12, to go to school in their village and enjoy the love and guidance and food from their home and their parents. And that is why we're currently building in regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, 22 secondary schools. Building or built. 22 secondary schools. Now, let me tell you where we came from. In 1992, we had 3 secondary schools in the hinterland. We had one at St. Ignatius, one at Bartica, if you consider that hinterland, I don't, and one at St. Ignatius. Between 92 and 2015, we built 10 more. So we had 13 secondary schools up to 2015 in the regions 1, 7, 8, and 9. In 2020, when we came back into office, unfortunately, we had only 13 secondary schools. In other words, not a single secondary school was built in any of those regions. In fact, the truth is, not a single secondary school started or finished anywhere else in Guyana. Currently, as we speak, we have built or are building 22 secondary schools in hinterland communities, 5 in Region 1. One is already finished, that's the rebuilding of the Northwest. One is about to be completed by the end of June, I think. That's at Waramuri. We've just awarded a new contract for Hosororo. Quibana is going to be finished by August, I'm told, and Matthews Ridge is somewhere in the process of being finished. In Region 7, we are building at Jawala, Philippi, Carao, and Isano. I'm told Jawala, Philippi should finish by August, and one of the two, I don't remember which one, I think it's Isano that's expected to be finished shortly too. In Region 8, we're building a secondary school at Kopinang, one at Monkey Mountain, and one at Maikobi. And in Region 9, we're building 8 secondary schools. 2 have already been opened at Yubukari and Katoka. We're building one at Tapachinga, one at Moranao, one at Napi, one at Masara, one at Karasabai, and I just committed to building one at Crowdanao, that would host children from Crowdanao, Bashai Zone, and Achewib. So and we're building a secondary school in Oriala to take off the children from Oriala and Siparuta. So we're no longer looking at a mark for Guyana in 5 to 7 years is not going to be whether you got the secondary school on the coast. It's going to be how well we're doing in the secondary schools in your village. And we've already begun to shift to that to make sure that quality in secondary schools across the country quality is the same. We already are providing the same resources, same teachers, and so on. So the shift is now to make sure there's access and high quality education wherever children are.
Just a quick clarification for me on what you've mentioned. In the same way in your analysis, you've shown us boy versus girl. Well, no, I shouldn't say versus, boy and girls, for example. Do you have the analysis for coast hinterland also? Is that something you also look at?
Yes, we do.
Can you share that with us?
I don't think we can share it eventually. I don't have it in the thing. We don't dictate. Dr. Manning has and CXC has fairly standard analysis, but that's something we can add in for you in future years. Any other questions? No? Okay. So to the press, I know you are going to want to speak to the children, and it's lovely when you do. I love seeing the stories myself. In 2021, the top girl said to me afterwards, shaking, she was physically shaking, that if she knew she had to give an interview like that, she'd prefer not to get top because the press just crowded her. And so I'm asking you to be very conscious that these are 10 and 11-year-olds you're dealing with. So do what you do best. Get your stories without frightening them.
Thank you, Ms. Shani. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. At this time, we will ask everyone except our top performers and the media to exit the dome, and we thank you all for your participation in today's proceedings. Thank you.
Honorable President Felicity Barnwell. I attend the Skeldon Primary School, Region 6.
My name is Christian Ramsey and I'm from May Schools.
Hi, my name is Kalissa. I'm from Hussein Primary.
My name is Micaiah Hart and I'm from Qatar Primary School.
My name is Yad Mohammed. I'm from St. Louis Primary School.
My name is Axel Afir and I'm from Covent Garden Primary School.
I am Michaela Sami of Selmars Primary School.
My name is Kate Woodan and I'm from Success Elementary School.
My name is Fernanda Gomez and I am from Regular Primary School.
My name is Tanasha Mayers and I attended Academy of Excellence.
Hi, my name is Asya Khan and I go to East Islamic School.
I'm feeling excited because I want to know which school I get into.
I am feeling excited about that.
I feel nervous but excited.
Feel nervous and excited.
Happy. Alhamdulillah, I feel very proud of myself and I feel very happy that I worked so hard.
A bit challenging.
Easy.
Challenging.
Difficult.
Long. It would be a challenging opponent, but it was worth it.
Challenging.
Challenging.
I guess how I performed during classes and everything I've done.
Regardless of results, I'm most proud of doing my best.
The way I answer the questions.
I would throw a party.
I'll probably celebrate with my parents.
I would check and make sure I did well.
Celebrate with family and friends.
I'm kind of shy, but I'm very dedicated.
I learned to become more brave.
It's never too late to study and read and always work towards your dream.
Never give up on yourself.
I say to them, believe in Jesus Christ, pray to Him, and He will help you with your result.
I would tell them to be disciplined and focused. That they would have to pay attention and work hard to do a good job. I would tell them to work hard and work hard now so that they can enjoy the time later.
I have tried my best in this exam and I have achieved.
I see myself as being a faithful girl in the Lord Jesus Christ and achieving because of Him.
I see myself at Queen's College doing my best. I see myself a year from now studying a lot and learning how to do digital art or animation. I would thank all my teachers for supporting me and God.